All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening, brothers and sisters. You've made it for another episode here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Excited that you decided to be with us tonight. This is 110 broadcasts. Can you believe it? 110 of these broadcasts we've done here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. So come on in, be a part of history. History in the making. History in the making. This is an epic broadcast, brothers and sisters. We have a special message for you. We're going to keep it short and sweet and to the point. We call this the hour of power. Don't blink, because if you do, you will miss something, right? We scattered, nuggets all throughout the broadcast. You seen that little meme go like that, right? We sprinkle nuggets all throughout this broadcast, brothers and sisters. Nuggets that'd be very, very hard pressed for you to find anywhere else. We bring the best of the best that we've experienced between the co-hosts, probably close to 100 years of professional training, of personal development, sales and marketing, speaking, coaching. So you're getting the best that we have to offer, the best that's out there. But I'm not by myself. I'm happy to have with me my co-host with the most, coming from Phoenix, Arizona. But my name, first of all, for those first-time viewers that don't know me, my name is Daryl Muhammad, coming to you from Houston, Texas. That's right, the biggest state in the union, right? Houston, Texas is, sunshiny day. Is of course it's beginning of May, but I'm with our brother, Rodney Assad Muhammad, the Courage Coach. He's come to us from Phoenix, Arizona. Brother Rodney, are you there?
Yes, sir, brother Daryl. Can you hear me, sir?
Hear you loud and clear, sir. Go right ahead.
All praise due to Allah. Well, brothers and sisters, thank you so much for joining us on Black Wealth Empowerment, the live hangout. I'm Rodney Assad Muhammad, your Courage Coach. And you are absolutely, once again, for those of you who've been joining us for a while, this is broadcast number 110. But those of you just joining us for the very first time or your first couple of times, you are in the right place at the right time, ready to receive the right kind of information that's going to help you take your life to that next level, give you that bump that you need to take it to a new level. See, I know a lot of us are going through our lives, our day-to-day, just looking for a tip, a technique, a strategy, an opportunity, something of as we go through our day-to-day walks that's going to kind of turn some things around. Well, brothers and sisters, this is a place where we try to consolidate a lot of information in a small space of time. We're talking about the hour of power, so you can get some maximized value for your time. That's what it's about, maximizing the time. So, brothers and sisters, just grab a pen, grab a pad, something where you can write some things down. If you got your tablet or you got your computer, you want to just start typing away. Make sure you got that ready and queued up. Got your video on one side, got your word or your note, little program on the other side, so you can type up some notes and get ready to just really glean as much as you can from this 1 hour of power. See, we don't know when we're going to come back. We don't know what life holds for us in the next 7 days. So that's why every moment we got to make count. So this is the moment we're spending with you. We're glad you come to spend it with us. Let somebody know that you're on right now. Call a friend, phone somebody up, send somebody that link, let them know, hey, I'm plugged in right now. I'm locked into this Black Wealth Empowerment. Because here's one thing I'll tell you. I see a lot of people complaining about their finances, their life, their friends, their family, things that are going on. But see, you can't complain and not do something different at the same time. You can't complain about the situation, but not be actively engaging in things that are going to help you get out of the situation. Well, those of you who are watching, hey, look, you know what to do. You're in the right place. But if you know somebody like that, you want to let them know right now that, hey, come on, get on this with me. I'm not going to keep this a secret. I wanted to let you know there's something that's helped a lot of people. We have a lot of our members, Brother Daryl, you know this. Some of our people watching right now know we have a lot of members that started off with us many, many broadcasts ago. And they have actually taken their businesses and their lives to all new heights. I mean, exponentially different results in what they've been doing. And this is an amazing thing. We don't do it for the accolades. We don't do it for the hand claps, brothers and sisters. We do it for the love of the game. This is why we're here. We don't get paid for this. Brother Daryl doesn't get paid for this, Now we get paid from other business things we do, but we're not doing this for money right now, right? Now, there's going to come a time where you're going to have to pay to be a part of these private secret broadcasts. But right now, for the Hour of Power, it's free. It's available to you. And the only thing we ask for you to do is take full advantage of it. Let us know when you have those successes and those wins, right? Let us know in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group what's working, what you tried, what didn't work. You need some more clarity on something. That's what we look for you to give to us. So thank you, brothers and sisters, for joining us. I'll be back with you in a moment. I'm going to swing it back over to Brother Daryl, and he's going to take us further into our broadcast.
All right, all right. Thank you as always, Brother Rodney, the Courage Coach. And we have another co-host. I just got a message from her. She did notify me earlier that she's on the road, so she won't be with us tonight. That's our very own Sister Brandy out of Columbus, Ohio, who is our membership coordinator. Membership coordinator. Anything membership, brothers and sisters, go into the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group and message her. She's responsible for everything membership. All right. So, as Brother Rodney said, this is your first time, 100th time, brothers and sisters. You're in for a treat. Tonight, we're going to talk about money and self-marketing. Money and self-marketing. Now, this is called Black Wealth Empowerment. That's for a reason. The whole purpose of this platform is to empower our members. Our members. You have to be a member, even though you may be watching it from a link or some sideways on our YouTube channel, which is fine. You want the message to get out there, but you know, brothers and sisters, membership has its privileges. Membership has its privileges. So you want to be a member of the Black Wealth Empowerment family? And what you need to do is you need to go to Facebook. Already I would make real simple. If you're watching this live, right below there's a link. You see livevirtualnetworking.com. That's it. You hit that, and it takes you straight to our Facebook page. And that's where you would hit the join button. Because it's private, everyone's not accepted. Because it's private, we're going to vet you and make sure that it's a good match, right? This is private. We're looking for certain types of individuals. We're looking for individuals who are moving in the same direction as our purpose and mission here at Black Wealth Empowerment. Okay? We want everybody to benefit from the information, but we only want certain ones to be in the inner circle, in that private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. So we have to vet you, make sure it's a good fit, right? It's a good fit for everybody. So you can come in and you can participate. This is a platform of participation. Right? That's why we keep it tight and we go through a process every so often where we kind of eliminate, or I guess, deactivate the membership of the inactive ones. And we're starting to go through that process again right now. But we don't want that to be you. So we want you to understand the kind of private group this is. All right? This is an active, living, breathing organism. Okay? And when there's dead cells in your body gets rid of them. That's natural. That's not personal. That's natural. So we want you to be a part of it, and that's what you have to do. Why? Because the sole purpose that Brother Rotten will take time out of his busy schedule. I take time out of mine, and hopefully the reason why you take time out of yours is because you want to be uplifted. You want your consciousness, which means awareness, to be raised higher around the money of Black wealth and empowerment. Okay? You want that to be raised. You know you have room. We all have room to have it be raised up. Raised up until our personal condition changes. Raised up until our family condition changes. And raised up until our community changes. Until we see those changes, then our consciousness has room to grow. All right, brothers and sisters? So welcome, welcome, welcome. This is 110. All right? Excuse me for coughing and getting over bronchitis. But hey, if God gives you life, it's because He wants you to press forward through all your obstacles and setbacks. So welcome, welcome, welcome. 110, I'm going to swing over the Courage Coach so I can clear my throat. We're going to talk about money in self-promotion, self-marketing, money in yourself. You got money inside of you. And we're going to tell you how to go in there, tap into it, and get it out. Why? Because there's abundance. The abundance is in us. That's where it is. All right? Roll back over you, Coach Coach.
Well, brother Daryl, you know what's going on is that there's a lot of been a lot of motion in the private elusive exclusive Facebook group. A lot of motion in there, a lot of good posts, a lot of quality postings, and that's what it is, brother. So that's what we look for. We want to see a lot of quality, high, let me say high quality postings in the private elusive exclusive Facebook group. We want to know not only just your business, but you know, because that after a while, brother, says that becomes slick, becomes sales gooey, to where all you ever want to talk about is your business and hey, buy from me, hey, buy my stuff, spend your money over here, and that's all your whole thing is. But even the best of companies have free giveaways, right? They have promotions where they give something back. They sponsor a sports team. They do something that kind of contributes or feeds back into the system, if you will. They don't come and just take, because after a while, the people will get wise to that. All they do is come here, they take, and that's it. And so at some point, brothers, since you want to also contribute into the Facebook group, helpful tips. You find a quote that really resonates or connects with you, go ahead and put that in a group. I mean, there's somebody who might see that quote and go, oh my goodness, that turned everything around for me. That made the world a difference. See, I'll tell you, there's some things that I've come across in my personal development journey, and one person said to me here, or another person said to me there, or just walking in the parking lot with one of my mentors, and we spoke to a guy, he responded back, and my mentor dropped something on him so heavy, then he tapped me and like, you see what I just did? That it was a powerful moments like that, singular moments that happen that can turn everything around. Now, wait a minute. I know what some of you are probably thinking right now. You're saying, Brother Rodney, what was that? What was that powerful moment? You just can't just drop it out there like that and not give it up. All right, I'll tell you what it is. One of my mentors and good friends, but Mr. Robert Butwin, very, very successful direct sales and network marketing marketer, if you will. And Robert, he decided to let me work with him. He decided to coach me many years back. And after he took me through a whole series of tests to make sure I was even worthy of being coached. It's so powerful that I was even worthy of even being coached. One day, Robert was in Southern California area when I lived in California, and we decided to meet up. He said, "Right, come, let's meet up, just have some, some coffee or some tea or something like that." He was at another conference with somebody else, and so we just wanted to just talk and vibe a little bit. And so we sat down, we talked, and he shared some things with me. Then on my way back to the car, Robert's walking with me, and we see a gentleman in the parking lot, and the guy was walking. We speak, very empowered people, speak to people. And he said, we said, "Hey man, how you doing?" He said, the guy said, "A day late, $1 short." And Robert says, "I can't help you with that day late, but I can definitely help you with that $1 short." And then Robert, we kept walking. Robert hit me and said, "You see what I just did?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "You see, that's how easy it is." People are telegraphing all the time that they need help, that they want help. And what you have to do is you have to make sure you keep your eyes open, your ears open, your antennas up to catch it when they actually set out the flare, let them know, "Hey, I need help over here. Hey, I need help over here. Hey, my life's in chaos over here. I need some help." And that's all you gotta do. But there's no big marketing thing. He said, now I could have taken that guy on the journey. I could have actually walked him right through it to see if he was seriously ready to make a change in his life. At $1 short, situation rectified. But brothers and sisters, I share that with you because that was a moment that happened 15 years ago or so, but it stuck with me because it was a moment like that transformed how I looked at opportunities. And that's what it's about. So that's why we're here. That's why you're here, because you want increased opportunities. You want to be able to find those strategies, those techniques, and those tips that can turn things around for you. And that's what it's really all about. Now, brothers and sisters, what I need you to do, what I want you to do, what you deserve to do is you deserve to actually get on Facebook right now, get on your Instagram, your Pinterest, whatever it is that you're using, just get out there and let people know, hey, Black Wealth Empowerment is the truth. Black Wealth Empowerment is the truth. Come on and join us on this Black Wealth Empowerment journey. Share this with somebody else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 100 people. You got a list of people, let them know. You got some friends and hey, if you ever watch Black Wealth Empowerment, oh, you're gonna learn a lot from over there. It's only 1 hour. Give people a chance to take their lives to the next level. Now, I know some of you are saying to yourselves, Brother Rodney, if I shared this with somebody else, Coach, if I gave this up to somebody else, they might become successful and I might not. Way to think about this, brothers. So you can't hoard truth like this. You can't do that. That's why we're in the condition that we're in, because we want to hoard. We want to covet. We want to keep it all to ourselves. I ain't sharing this. No, I want to be the only person to get this. Then maybe after I get it, I can let somebody else know. Well, here's the thing. Here's the problem with that. That if you shared this with somebody else, you know the mathematical probability that you're going to find business partners, right? People to collaborate and connect with to help you all grow something to a higher level, grows exponentially higher just by the sheer fact that you shared it with somebody else. So don't ever feel like somebody's going to get something and you not, because there's plenty of stuff to go around. That's one thing I learned many years ago. There's plenty of stuff to go around. There's no loss of stuff. That's like saying if you keep breathing a lot, there's not going to be enough oxygen. Yeah, I guess if you're in a box and it's sealed off, maybe. But brothers and sisters, come on. There's no lack of stuff. Right at the grocery store, just go to another grocery store or plant something yourself, grow it, whatever. There's always some stuff. Because the one thing I found out and realized about the eternal God is that he provided a planet full of stuff that is capable of handling all the people that show up. There's always enough stuff to go around. So share some stuff. Let people know that you're on right now, Black Wealth Empowerment. Get in the group, share in the group, and definitely connect with people who are doing something you either want to do, look to have some people help you do, or you say, hey, do you know anything about this? Put it in the group. We want to have people collaborating, connecting in the group. So that's what it's about, brothers and sisters. You listen. We're at the where are we at, brother? Oh, we only like 20, almost 20 minutes in, and I think the hour of power seeming like it's like 2 hours worth of power in 1 hour. That's a powerful thing. So, brothers and sisters, right now, if you have not done so, get on Facebook. Let people know you're on live. If you just now joined us, I'm Rodney Assad Muhammad. We got our primary host, Brother Daryl Muhammad, who's I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, I just got to say this, Brother Daryl, and I know you didn't. This is not a paid advertisement. I know a brother told me to say this. To sales, marketing, connecting with other people, real estate, and business acumen, you definitely want to connect with Brother Daryl. You definitely want to connect with him. He's been walking for years, has been walking people through the step-by-step process of just getting into the real estate business. You know, really walking people through the step-by-step process of doing this, of changing their lives to just, and every time brother come up, we have something new, come up with a new strategy, idea, tip, always sharing it every time. I mean, my life has been changed dramatically just because brother just hit me up with an email or something. Brother, I just got turned on to something new. Just want to make sure you know about this. That way he can never say, oh, Brother Gerald didn't tell me about that. He came up and didn't share with nobody. See, that ain't even right. That ain't brotherhood, Brother Gerald. See, that's how we be talking if you didn't share it. But then we get mad if you share. Why are you sharing this with me? See, you can't have it both ways. So here's what we do. We just share. You're going to be in your feelings one way or the other. Either you're going to be in your feelings because you're happy that we shared it, or you're going to be in your feelings because you're mad because we shared it. But either way, you're going to be in your feelings. So we already cool with you being in your feelings. But I'd rather you have the opportunity to be in your feelings in an empowered way to say, I am so glad that Brother Daryl shared that tip, that business with me. I'm glad my brother shared this platform with me just to ask me to come on many years, a couple of years ago or so. And it was just for me, it was just a powerful moment because I'm like, oh, wow, little old me. And so I'm thanking my brother for even sharing it and even asking me to help him with coming on and co-hosting with him and things like that. It's definitely helped my life exponentially. And I pray that something we've said has helped you all. So brothers and sisters, you're in the right place. Keep it understanding in your mind. Write down episode 110. I want you to write that down right now, episode 110. And what I want you to do is I want you all to strive to see if you can do something empowering for 110 days. Can you take 110 actions where you post something positive 110 times on Facebook? Can you find 110 powerful memes that you could put on Instagram? See, you start to see how big that number is. Brothers and sisters, that kind of consistency is what we need. So, Brother Daryl, I'm going to swing it back over to you. Maybe you can give them a tip about consistency, because this leads into finding that money in self-marketing.
All right, thank you. All right, bro, I tell you, you got me fired up over here, man. I'm ready to get into this topic called money and self-marketing. And I gotta be kind of transparent with our BWE folks. I got some folks looking over our shoulder, Brother Rodney. I got some special guests here that's watching probably for the first time, and I want to encourage them. You know, it's time to grow and expand, and and try to do whatever we can to get some of the right people in and some more fresh blood and fresh membership. I got looking in my private group on my Facebook page. Those that are friends with me, because I've had all my friends. Online, offline, Instagram, Facebook, it doesn't matter, I've got them. So they're all private as far as I'm concerned. But I got them watching right now on Facebook Live on Daryl Muhammad there at Facebook. So they get a little behind the scenes and kind of see what others have been seeing for 110 broadcasts. Well, we've been doing private, but we want them to now cross on over from the public side, from the public platform at Facebook, and come on over here to the private side at BWE. Why? Brothers and sisters, if you don't know by now, let's be the first to tell you. The major moves, the major plans happen behind closed doors in private. You want to be as active in as many vital private groups as possible, because that's where the action takes place. That's where the decisions are being made in private groups. All right. When I watch live, I'm going to watch a little longer. I might cut them off, or let them stay on throughout the duration of this hour of power. Now, those that watch us live, I'll get back on Facebook. You guys watching on Facebook now, you can join us next week. And here's the registration page. Same registration for each week is hangoutbwe.com. 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 Sounds a little hollow, probably because I had to open up the mic, brother, so the Facebook folks can hear you and hear me. But go to hangoutbwe.com, and that's where you can come every week, Saturday, Friday, or Saturday morning, and register for that week's BWE broadcast. Okay, all right. Now, those of you who are watching live, here's what you need to do. You said about sharing, right? Right above the live stream, you see those social media buttons, right? What do you do? This is social media, the BWE social media dance, right? And that's how you do it. You do it like this. Here's how you do it. You do it like this, right? You do it like this. So you see on the Facebook like, hit that. That's a like on our fan page there, BWE fan page. Hit that as many times as you want, because that's Facebook know that, hey, folks love us. That's a good group. All right. Now the other one is Facebook, share, Twitter share, Instagram, Pinterest, and I think G Plus and LinkedIn, I think is up there. All right. But each one of those, here's what you need to put. Always put hashtag BWE Hangout, we are live. At least the hashtag. Hashtag BWE Hangout, and then your message. All right. You're asking to do this. For those of us watching live on our BWE platform, we're asking you to do that every 3 minutes. Every 3 minutes. You gotta fight through the noise. We're gonna talk about money and self-marketing, right? So you have to understand what kind of effort, what kind of thrust is required just to be heard in the marketplace, right? Just to be heard in the marketplace. And social media is real crowded with a lot of noise. So we need your help. If we're going to reach the people who need to hear this message, we need your help to push it out there, right? And you need to push it until somebody says ouch, or until they say amen, right? Ouch or amen. Like my sister, little sister, when in the Bible say, don't look at me all hard. Say ouch or amen or something, but don't look at me all hard. All right? So do that, brothers and sisters, and know that Facebook, you hit the share button, the message is the same. All my platforms, I tell you, hit the button. Sharing is caring. It is no different here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. All right. So those of you who are with us and been with us for a while, you know the routine. that are already acceptable members, who've already been vetted, who's already members, go into the private exclusive Facebook page and put your information. Put your information. We want to give you shout outs. Put your name, what city you're from, what church you go to, fraternity, sorority, mosque, study group, right? What's your affiliation in the Black community? You should have affiliations in our community because that's what gives you ownership of anything is when you have affiliation, engagement, involvement, participation, when you put in blood, sweat, tears, money, energy, your spirit into something, you automatically take ownership of it. If you don't do those things, then it's them. It's those. It's not me. It's not we. It's not us. All right? So that's what you put your information in there. If you're, whatever you professionally do, if you're entrepreneur, great. If you're not great, put your information in there. Put your website in there. Because we as Black folks, we got to start spending money with each other. It's that statistic says that a Black dollar stays in the community 6 minutes. 6 minutes, the shortest period of time of any ethnic group. And that's spending money primarily with Black churches and with our beauty professional, barber and beautician. Even at that one exchange within our community is still only 6 minutes. So that has to change because our economic lives as a people depend on it. That's what we talk about here at Black Wealth Empowerment because that's what time it is. It's time for us to focus on economic development, economic advancement, economic independence, and wealth building. Everybody's watching, listening should have their mind fixed on wealth building. That's something that you do. That's not something you listen to. That's not something you watch. That's not something you entertain. It's something you do. So we give you the knowledge, we give you information, we point you in the right direction. You have to go and do the heavy lifting, right? A lot of our suffering, brothers and sisters, in society here in America comes from the lack of exposure. Exposure. And I'll share this real quick, brother Rodney, the Courage Coach. We almost at that hour. Almost at the bottom of the hour, we go into the topic. Tonight we're going to talk about money and self-marketing. All right. For some years now, I've been telling myself and sharing with others, I'm going to go to the Polo Club here in Houston. I'm going to go to the Polo Club, right? That's high civilization. It has nothing to do with color. It has everything to do with high civilization, where a certain mindset, people with certain mindset congregate. See, money is green now. When it comes to our economic empowerment, everybody, I don't know about you, but I take from everybody. That's what they do to us. They take our money and they direct it to their community. They take their money from everybody and they direct it to their community. So we got to be intelligent enough to do the same. Take it from everybody, but direct it in our community. So today I was going to do the TV coming back after I got back from the mouse, relaxing before we prepare for today's broadcast. And polo game. Oh man, I never watched it before. I've seen pictures, heard about it, never watched it. So I sat there and I watched it. It was only about 20 minutes before the game was over, and I watched it. It was very, very, very interesting, brothers and sisters. Very interesting. So I said it's about exposure. Exposure. So I said, well, let me watch it. Because I don't want to go to a polo match just 100% ignorant. So they say, you ever saw a polo game? No one has seen it. I mean, do you know how the game goes? No. It's never good to go into anything just 100% ignorant, right? It's too easy to get off zero of ignorance and start moving towards having some kind of knowledge. So I wanted to watch it, and I sat there, and it was very, very interesting. So exposure, brothers and sisters, exposure. We have to live by the golden rule. You won't for your brother, but you won't for yourself. And if you're here, if it's worthy of your time, you're obligated. See, that's part of this Black wealth empowerment mindset that other cultures have. They take responsibility to share it, to make sure it gets out in their community, to make sure that they find those in their community that's responsive to the message, right? Every Hispanic is not trying to circulate the dollar within the community. Every Jew not trying to circulate. They find those who are who resonate with that, and they draw them in, they draw them close, they put them in these private groups like Black Wealth Empowerment Live. So go and hit those tabs, brothers and sisters that's watching live, and those that's watching on Facebook. I'm looking at you through my phone here. Hit the share button. You have to understand. See, you have to understand your role, your part. What is my part in Black Wealth Empowerment? What is my role? What is it all that I can do to increase the mathematical probability of building wealth for me, myself, my family, and my community? We have to understand what our role is. Now, here's the thing, and I roll it back over to Courage Coach, right? The thing we have to understand, brothers and sisters, that many times you have to just trust the source, right? And follow instructions. Because, you know, if you gotta wait for understanding before you start anything, you'll probably never get started in a lot of things. You just have to trust the source, move out, as long as it doesn't kill you, hurt you, lame you, not against your religion, anything like that. You move out, you trust in the source. And then in your engagement, understanding will come. Knowledge, you can sit down and obtain knowledge, but understanding comes from your level of engagement or participation and the type of mindset that you have during the process. Then understanding comes. So you'll understand what your role is as far as building Black wealth and being empowered by following the instructions that we give you here. And this platform is designed. Brother Rodney Assad has been handpicked to be a part of this group. And I didn't pick him. I just asked. God picked, prepared him over the last 30 plus years in his personal development, in his life and profession, to be handpicked by the Supreme One to be a part of this group. That's why he responded so positively. And that's why he's been here for at least, I don't know, 80 of them, 80 of the 110 at least. At least. And like some of you all, like Sister Brandy, he started as a member, as a guest, now a host. All right, brothers and sisters, so thank you for being here. This is the 110th broadcast of Black Wealth Empowerment Live. We're here by God's grace every Sunday, 6 p.m., unless the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan speaks before us, and then as a policy, as protocol, we do not come after the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and say anything, because his word is supreme, right? So that's the only time, maybe some other things, but that's etched in stone here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. So thank you for being here. We're talking about money and self-marketing. Money and self-marketing. Can't build wealth if we're afraid to talk about money. We're afraid to initiate the conversation. We're afraid to participate in the conversation. Right? It's hard to build wealth as a spectator. Nobody can build wealth as a spectator. We have to stop being spectators when it comes to things that are vitally important to not just our survival, but to our advancement. We have to be thinking about now advancement and get out of survival mode. We're surviving, obviously we're surviving. Not doing too well, but we're still here. Let's think about wealth. As one of the great ones said in the past, I forgot who it was, Courage Coach, you know who it was, this is your area of expertise. Start with the end in mind. Start with the end in mind. And the end is wealth. You start with the end in mind and you work incrementally towards that destination. All right? So let's bring on the Courage Coach. See what's going on. Courage Coach, catch us up on what's going on with you, brother. You shaking and moving and making things happen. And then we'll roll into the topic in a few minutes. So share right now. Share right now, Facebook, share, because we're about to talk about it. Money is self-marketing. You already got the money. You just got to tap into it. Roll over to you, Courage Coach. Take it away.
Yes, sir, Brother Darrell. Thank you so much. First, a couple things. You know, Brother Darrell talked about wisdom and knowledge and understanding and whatnot. And some of you might have heard. First of all, thank you, brothers and sisters, for joining us. Those you just joined us, you've been just a little late, but you better late than never, right? Well, not better late. We talked about they ain't no better late. Be on time. Just be on time. There ain't no better late than never. Just be on time. That's just the best practice. But in Proverbs 4, 7 through 8, brother, there, you know, you said something sparked my mind. I had to go there and get it. It says the beginning of wisdom is, right? Get wisdom. That's the beginning of wisdom, is to get wisdom. Wait. Let me start over. The beginning of wisdom is to get wisdom. Some people don't know. And so the first thing we got to do is we got to just kind of find a way to bend our minds and say, I got to get some wisdom. I need some information here. And watch this. Here's what it says after that. The thing of wisdom is to get wisdom. And with all of the acquiring or getting, you want to get some understanding too. That says get understanding. And then watch this. The verse after this is verse 8. It says prize wisdom. Right? Prize wisdom. Hold it in high esteem. It says, and it will exalt you. He said, it will honor you if you embrace it. Embracing wisdom. But see, with all that getting, we got to get some understanding. See, it's one thing to get some wisdom, but the understanding of how to apply it, that's what makes the big difference. But you will be honored if you embrace wisdom. At the same time, make sure that you get that understanding. So thank you, Brother Darrell, for just dropping that out there, because that's what got my mind spinning on that. But here's what's been happening. You know, we coming to the end of the semester. Some of you have been on this journey with me for a while, and I've been going to school, taking some other courses since January. And we're coming to the end of the semester now. We only got, one more week and then finals week. All praises due to Allah. So we're wrapping that up. Yes, the Courage Coach is rocking a 4.0. That's just how we do it. That's just how we get down. And so, but it's not about the grade so much. It's about the acquiring of the information and make sure I synthesize it in the right way that I can reapply it at any given time when needed, right? As I go forward in the future. So yes, we chase the grade only for the, the self-satisfaction. But beyond that, you want to make sure you actually understand the information so that way it corresponds with the grade you got. A lot of times teachers teach the class, and as long as you can pretty much regurgitate some stuff, good, you got an A, keep it moving. For me, I want to make sure I actually understand the information. So I'll ask additional questions, go over it on my own, find additional resources to study beyond what the teacher says study, so I can make sure I can actually really grasp and understand the wisdom that I've gotten in the classroom. So, Brother Joe, we're coming to the end of it. But here's the thing. It's the end of this semester, but it's not the end of the learning. I'm going to be back on the road soon. So I got Alaska coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm going to head back out to Fairbanks and Anchorage. But as a matter of fact, I think I have like 4 or 5 trips to Alaska in the summer alone, this summer alone. Like 4 or 5 trips to Alaska. It's going to be hot. New Mexico coming up. We got some parts of Texas. I'm not coming to Houston, unfortunately, right? Albuquerque and Roswell, New Mexico. Got Pacific Northwest up in Seattle, Oregon. So we just hitting. We got Southern California. We got parts of Arizona we hitting. All within the next few weeks, we're going to hit all those cities and states. And inshallah, try to really impact and empower people to live their best possible selves. So that's what's been going on with that. But here's the thing. The only thing I was going to tell you all is that.
You got 51. Go check out the UFOs up there where I was going.
Oh, yes. See, I just jumped going out and say, no, we know it. Yeah, this is our spot right here. We're going to check it out and make sure what y'all saying is real. Yeah. And, I tell you one thing. First time I went out to Roswell, they do have a lot of things geared towards that. So they have like a hotel. It looks like like a so-called UFO coming out of it and all kind of stuff, trinkets and things you can buy. So they really have marketed that whole thing and taking advantage of that opportunity. So yes, sir, most definitely. I try to bring something back for the BWE family. Now, brothers and sisters, we got summer classes coming up. So listen, I got 12 units we're taking in the summer. See, it doesn't stop. 12 units. This is online. So while I'm on the road, Brother Daryl, I got 6 weeks to blaze out 3 classes, right? 3, oh, well, 9, so 9 credits, 3 classes, just blaze it out. Why? I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to give myself any room to make excuses. Well, I'm going to be on the road. I can just kind of take a break, kick back. But see, time waits for nobody. So we got to move. We got to move expeditiously, brothers and sisters. If it's something that you want, it's something you say you want to go after, you have to go after it with reckless abandonment. Well, not so much reckless, but definitely reckless kind of abandonment. You got to go all in, full steam, put pedal to the ground, go in if you really want it. That's how I can tell the difference between those who want it and those who don't. So tonight's topic is money and self-marketing. Here's something I definitely want to do, Brother Daryl. I want to do something. Some people say, and I've heard this several times, brothers and sisters, I know you've heard this, don't be selfish. Oh, don't be selfish. We got taught that by our parents. I don't know if you had the same mama I had, Brother Daryl, but my mama get on you being selfish. You're too selfish. Don't be so selfish. And we got told in preschool and kindergarten and first and second, all these stuff, they share. You have to share and don't be so selfish. You have to share. Now, one thing, there's a place in that, but you know, one thing I used to tell people in some of my classes, I would tell some of my students, they say, well, sharing is caring. And every time somebody say that, they yell it out. Sharing is caring. And I say, nope, getting your own stuff is caring. If I care about you, I'm going to help you get your own. I don't have to share what I have necessarily, but I do have a responsibility to give to you an opportunity to get what I've got. See, that's not, there's a very careful mix in that, because I told people, well, how about this? Let's share your car. How about we share your house? Well, hey, let's get a little wild and share your spouse. Where does that start and stop at? No, sharing isn't caring, but helping somebody else get something for themselves, that's when you're caring. See, it's one thing to give a man or a woman a fish, they'll eat for a day. But if you teach them how to share with them the strategy on how to catch the fish, then they can eat themselves without you having to stand there. See, as long as I got to feed you, I'm your master. I'm your parent. I'm your crutch. But once I can show you how to do this yourself, then I free you from having to be tied to me, and you can do it on your own. The only requirement is you got to share with somebody else the strategies on how to achieve where you are. So, Brother Daryl, that's a very powerful thing in sharing is caring, but why not look out for ourselves? Why not look out for self? You know, self-care is a critical component that many of us miss. Just overall, we miss self-care. I'm not talking about being selfish in a negative, but self-care. Feed me right. I'm not going to have a good quality of life. My health will suffer. My thinking is askew because I'm not caring for me physically. If I don't work out, the chance of high blood pressure, hypertension, heart disease, stroke, and all these other things goes up exponentially. If I don't care about me to drink enough water, right? You start suffering in your brain because your brain can't think as well, blood issues, you suffer from dehydration, hospitalization, and things like that. If I don't take care of me, I don't clean and bathe my body, right? I'm offensive to other people when I come around. If I don't take care and look out for me, right? Self first, then others. Not to the negation of anybody else, but I have to look out for me enough to where I can have the physical, mental capacity to look out for somebody else. I can't give you a good word if I'm not studying a good word. I can't lead you down a better spiritual path or guide you to a better spiritual path if I'm not walking the path myself. See, self first, then others. So what is this about self that it's not selfish, but it's actually good? What are you trying to get to, Brother Rodney? What are you saying to us, Coach? Well, let me go to some definitions real quick so we can kind of clear some things up. Self as a noun. This is as using it in the context of a noun, a person, place, or thing, right? Is a person's essential being that distinguishes them from others. I want y'all to remember this. A person's essential being that distinguishes them from others, especially considered as the object of introspection or reflective action, self. Now, here's what I want to show y'all in a verb sense, but using it as it relates to botany, caring for plants, y'all. It says self-pollinate or self-fertilize, feeding yourself, empowering self, growing within self. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan in the study guide system says self-improvement is the basis of community development. Self-improvement, not somebody else improvement, not, hey, I cleaned up my yard improvement necessarily, but self-improvement. See, if I improve me, I see the value in cleaning up my yard and having a good home life and having good relationship with my family and my neighbors and things like that. See, when I really get into myself and improve me, I see the value and the interconnectedness of all of us and all things. I won't throw trash on the ground because I know that harms the environment in which we all live. See, self-improvement is the basis or the base of building and growing a community. Well, what does that have to do with marketing? Well, marketing, in terms of a definition, brother, says this is just a real basic definition. It says the action or business of promoting and selling products or services, including market research and advertising. Well, together, brother, right? What are you saying? I hear you, but I'm not quite clear on what you're saying. See, self-marketing is really about understanding who you are and what you have to offer. But how do we find the money in it? Because I know that's what a lot of people right now think of. We'll get to the money part. We're getting there. We're getting there. See, there is money in self-marketing, but before the money comes, you have to understand, I have to understand who we are. And what do I personally have? See, this is the action of business, promoting and selling a product. But here, what's the product? My essential being that distinguishes me from others. What makes me, my product, my idea, my way of disseminating the idea or the product or the information different from others? Excuse me. What makes me unique? See, once we can understand and go and do some introspection, you heard that word, right? Some introspection, and find out what is it about me that's so unique. Because there's no two of you. There's nobody else has been here like you. Nobody else will come that's just like you. There may be similarities, but you are unique. I am unique. Here we are. So how do I do me at that highest level that separates me from all the other Facebook chatter, all the other Instagram and Pinterest chatter? How do I separate me from all the other live stream chatter? What makes me so different? But I mean, I can't do that. I can't talk about it. I can't share that until I do some self-work, some introspection. I got to search within my own soul, my own being, and find out what it is about me that makes me unique. Now, I'm not talking about ego stuff, y'all. I'm not talking about, ooh, I'm so hot at this. No. I'm talking about some real deep soul searching. And I'm not asking you all to look at it from a perspective of, well, I'm hot at this, and let me just tell people I'm hot, because you're going to try to beat people down with it. No. I want you to look at yourself and say, okay, what is about my life experiences, my unique way of handling it? What are the things I've grown through and gone through in my life that I overcame, that I can now share that with somebody else? What was it in my life that got me to such a low point to where I found this business opportunity, this tip, this technique, went to this workshop or whatever it is that turned everything around for me? That's a unique experience that you have. And do you know, brothers and sisters, there are people, I believe this, there are people who actually pay you money to hear about how you overcame a situation that you were in. There are people who will give you money to find out how you overcame, how you won, how you arrived, how you achieved whatever it is you got to. There are people, there's somebody waiting and looking and hoping that somebody will show up and say, this is the worst situation ever. I don't know how I'm ever going to make it out of this. And you've been through it. That's your chance to share with somebody else something else that can transform their life. Now, brothers and sisters, you can give it away for free. And I do recommend that you do that for a period of time. Give the gift away for free. Money follows service. But I'm not talking about giving everything. Brother Daryl will give you a couple of real estate tips for free. He will. He will give you some tips for free. He may give you a free audio or something like that. You can download, listen to some things. Now, it's not going to tell you how to do every single thing, because you deserve to invest something, brothers and sisters, that's going to take it to the next level. The people who you're going to work with they deserve to invest something. There is money in self-marketing, not self-ego, not self-aggrandizement, not chest thumping and bravado. No, there's no money in that. People run away from you. But when you can put forth your best self, your highest self, when you can put forth in the marketplace that unique expression called you, and tie it and connect it to your business. See, one thing I say, Brother Daryl, and those of you that are watching, don't separate what you do from who you are. That's why you have to be doing something that's with complete integrity. People who do real estate, like Brother Daryl, very, very successful in doing real estate and wholesaling and things like that. There are people who do travel. There are people who do vitamins, herbs, water, all kinds of things, lotions and things of that, and they soaps and a lot of great things. I got candles and just a lot of great things out there. No matter what the product is, you have to have complete integrity as it relates to it. Don't just sell it because it's there. Somebody got you an opportunity. You say, oh, you can make 100 million, billion. That's the motive, is how much money you're going to make. It has to be something that resonates with you. Is it you? Is it true and authentic to you? If you don't have a candle in your house right now, don't sign up for the candle opportunity. You don't even buy candles. So you don't even drink, but you drink sodas. Now, if you're going to fuck, and you shouldn't drink soda, and start drinking water and pure water and stuff like that, then that was your life transformation. I used to drink water, and sodas, I was 100 million pounds big, and I started drinking this, and that's your life transfer. Praise be to Allah. Then there you go. There's your integrity. But don't do it because the money showed up. You still drinking sodas, ain't never had a bottle of water or a purification system in your house. And you talking about I'm selling purification. It's inauthentic, and nobody's going to support you. Nobody's going to buy you. Nobody's going to get involved in the opportunity. Nobody's going to mess with you. Why? Because it's inauthentic. I'll give you this one tip right here. One of our speakers, we have a lot of people we train in speaking and development, and we're going to open up, Brother Daryl, finally this speaker's training for the serious. And and so those of you who are watching this broadcast, you want to reach out to us on the Private Lucifist Facebook group and let us know you are interested in learning how to become a speaker, a paid speaker at that. Well, Daryl, we had a gentleman as a speaker, and he wanted coaching. He was having trouble doing his back of room sales, and people weren't buying. And we asked him, do you have this product? You have the so-and-so book? And he says, oh, no, it's too expensive. I haven't bought it. And me and another brother looked at each other and said, wow, that's exactly why people are not buying from you. You don't own it. You haven't bought it. You haven't read it. And you're trying to shove it down their throat as if they need it. And you don't even know what's in it. Inauthentic. You're not speaking with integrity. So, brothers and sisters, there's money in self-marketing, but you have to have absolute and utter, just complete integrity. But first, it starts with studying yourself. Who are you? What's your story? And are you working in integrity? Then, as you promote yourself, the product is an extension of you. People are not buying your product. Get that in your mind. They're actually buying you. So if nobody's buying your product, it's not the product. The product's probably great. Most likely it's great. It's awesome. It works. But if people are telling you no, guess what? They're telling you no because something about you is saying no. Don't buy from me. Don't support me. Brothers and sisters, there's money in self-marketing. You got to come to Black Wealth Empowerment. Get with Brother Daryl for a coaching consultation. Get with myself, and we'll walk you through how to turn zero in self-marketing to massive success. I am Brother Rodney Assad Muhammad, your courage coach. Remember, no matter what else you do in life, you must always remember to cultivate the courage to self-market. Peace. Brother Daryl, back to you, sir.
All right. Man, that was powerful, Brother Rodney. Man, I learned a lot from that one. All right, brothers and sisters. You heard it before. I mean, I've said it before, right? Courage Coach is one of the top personal performance coaches in the country and definitely within our Black community, brothers and sisters. We have to recognize the value in self first, and then from that, we can recognize the value in other people, right? That's why it's so hard for us to recognize the value in others, because we're short on recognizing the value of ourselves. That's back to self everything, self marketing, self value. The coach covered that, brothers and sisters. He really just opened up the Pandora box for us to understand what it is. All of us who are in sales, all of us who are entrepreneurs, all of us are business people. We should understand what he just shared with us. Self marketing, self marketing. Because that's really what you're selling. People don't buy the opportunity. I learned in network marketing. They buy you. They don't join the company. They join you. That's why some people join the same company that you presented to them. They didn't sign up with you. They signed up with someone else because the other person was better at self-marketing. But since I would tell you just to take this as if it's a lecture in a college in sales and marketing and entrepreneurship and go back and watch it. Study it. Now it's time for us to be students. We have to be students. If you're not watching something for entertainment, you should be watching it to learn. So you need to be in student mode. That means if it's good enough to watch once in its entirety, then it's most likely good enough to watch 2 and 3 times. And you should take notes. You should study the notes. It's a process. And the coach just laid it out. He broke it down and built it back up. That's what a masterful teacher does. He breaks the student down, builds the student up. Break the information down, and then builds it back up. Right? Because it's easy to look at a problem after it's been solved and say, oh, yeah, that was easy. Right? But if you saw the problem before it was solved, you would probably be scratching your head trying to figure out, what do I do? How do I solve this problem? I know that's true, brothers and sisters. Right? Because our financial situation, not good or bad, right? It is where it is. It is what it is. But if we're trying to get to the next level, then it's a mathematical problem, right? It's something we have to solve. It's some obstacles and some problems and some things that we have to address and solve, get it out of the way, because it's standing from where we are financially to where we want to be. All right. And that's what the coach just broke down for you. You got to go back, listen to it. See, words come so fast and our minds think so quickly. Sometimes we have to slow it down. That's what watching it over and over does. You're watching in the same speed, but you're really slow. You're slowing it down in real time because you're picking up information along the different timeline each and every time you watch it. Right? That's why one of our scientists have said, if you really want to learn something, you have to watch it or listen to it at least 16 times. Coach, that was powerful, man. That's one of your top 5 that I would probably say that I've heard that you shared here. Wealth empowerment, because that did something for me. I got a lot out of that. So thank you so very much. All right, brothers and sisters, we're at the top of the hour. This is the hour of power. This is the hour of power. We have to learn how to get more and more and more done within the same period of time. That's really the backdrop, the backstory behind building wealth. How can you make what most people make in a lifetime in earnings? How can you compress that, right? In the same 24-hour days, in the same life that everyone has, how can you compress that wealth that people earn through their life, the $1 million on average that the average worker makes in a lifetime? How can you compress that? How can you get more in the same amount of time? That's the formula to building wealth. That's it. How I can make more money? How can I expand my money more? How can my money reach more people in the same amount of time that other people have that just can't seem to add it all up? It's about getting it all done in a certain amount of time and then getting more done in the same amount of time, more and more and more and more done. That's Black wealth empowerment on all levels, not just money. Brothers and sisters, we want to thank you for being here for this broadcast, this historical and epic broadcast, 110 episode here at Black Wealth Empowerment. As long as God gives us the spirit, I'll be here. As long as God gives Allah and Sister Brandon the spirit, they'll be here. And we pray as long as God gives you the spirit, you will join us week after week after week, right? If you want to catch up on some of this learning, this training, which is really what it is, this training, go to our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube and put in Black Wealth Empowerment. Put in Daryl Muhammad. You find one of the broadcasts, click to that and hit the channel, hit subscribe. And every time these go up live every week, you'll be able to come back and watch it over and over again and share it from the YouTube channel. All right, let's swing it over to Courage Coach for some final words, and then we'll get out of here, brothers and sisters, right? Because we got things to do. All right, Courage Coach, final words. Take it away.
Yes, sir, brother. You know, things we have to do is implement. Implementation is critical, brothers and sisters. We have to apply these things that we're learning. See, with all that get understanding. And what that understanding will do, that understanding will cause us to move and understand that the time is critical, is ripe for us to take action. That's the understanding, that it's the time to get it going, to do it now. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being with us. Those of you that have been with us for a while, thank you, thank you, thank you. Those that are just joining us, we really thank you, because getting that new and fresh energy into the environment is always good. It promotes life. It promotes growth and development. That's one of the reasons why we have children, not for just the sake of procreation and biology, whatnot, but it new people bring about fresh ideas. If the same old folks stayed here and never died, nothing would actually ever change. And so we need new, fresh people. We need other folk to go away, because they will actually stop the new people from doing new things. We got to actually go away so the new people can do the newer things and grow and develop things as we move closer to perfection. So, brothers and sisters, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being new. Thank you for renewing yourself, even if you've been with us for almost 100 broadcasts. It's all praises due to Allah. Thank you, Brother Daryl, for this platform. And brothers and sisters, God willing, we'll hear from you next Sunday with another live edition of Black Wealth Empowerment. This is it's going to be a 111th broadcast. We have to find some way to celebrate 120 or 100. I don't know. We just make up a number that we like, and we're going to have a blowout 2-hour session and just go all in, Brother Daryl. I think I support that, Brother Daryl. 2-hour session to celebrate. Just pick a number, and that's the number. We're going to go all in and just really try to just bring a bunch of people on and just try to see if we can just have a great time. So thank you all, brothers and sisters, for joining us. I pray you glean something that can help you. I'm Rodney Asad Muhammad, your Courage Coach. Swing it back over, Brother Daryl, so we can close out.
All right. Thank you, Brother Rodney. Absolutely. Let's do it. It's done, brother. Let's pick it, and we'll bring some of our graduates on, some new people, and oh man, we'll reach all the way back to the single digits and bring some of those guests on, like Brother Kamal, Sister Wendy, Sister Diana. I mean, we'll go way, way back. Talking about throwback. Let's do it, brother. Let's pick one and give enough time to get everybody on. We'll just make it a bonanza, right? So, brothers and sisters, thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because you're here is the reason why we're here. We're so grateful that you decided to be with us, watch us live or watch us in replay, because this is where you're going to get the unadulterated truth of information that we need so we can be black, unapologetically black, right? So we can have wealth in all areas of our lives, because that's what God promised us. He promised us abundance, and we can be empowered. Right? Because the only one that can really truly give us empowerment is God, not man, but God. So we're here to provide all of those ways, all of those avenues to hook that thing up, because that's the nature of black people. The nature of black people is black wealth empowerment. That's why we're so grateful to be here, to have this platform to share with you, brothers and sisters. And we're trying our best to pass that pride to you, so you can have the same, and you can go out and find people with that same spirit to bring them back. And this can be one of the largest platforms of its kind, because there's only a few. So we can set precedents for the future. So when the new people get here, as the coach said, they'll look at what we've done and say, wow, man, we have to do better. So thank you for being here, brothers and sisters. Thank you for being here. Stay plugged in at the Private Elusive Exclusive Facebook group. And I think Coach kind of mentioned earlier, so I took it as a hint. We're gonna relaunch those free coaching sessions for you, okay? Because we haven't done it in quite some time, all right? So that might be the injection that some of you all need to be brought back to life, to be made new again, right? And the doctor should be willing to do anything that the doctor has to do. The teacher should be willing to do anything the teacher has to do. The coach, the trainer, the mentor should be willing to do whatever they have to do. If the patient is willing, do whatever they have to do to revitalize them. And we have that spirit here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for being here for 110th broadcast of this most powerful broadcast, because of the message and because of you. Until next time, as we always say, we'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your family, but most importantly, our Black community deserves your very best. Stop giving the best of what you have, of everything you have, to someone else, and give it to yourself. Until next time, brothers and sisters, take care and God bless.